I understand that you are the new strength trainer at this college, and you need to make a training plan for the women's volleyball team. Where should you start with designing this plan? Of course, you should begin by building your plan around the Optimum Performance Training, or OPT model. The OPT model is an integrated sports training system designed by the National Academy of Sports Medicine to help trainers with planning the workouts of their athletes. It is a 6-step model that begins with the lowest intensity work and builds to the most physically intense work. The first step in the OPT model is stabilization training, where the athlete trains their body to develop the stability of the core and major joints, allowing for improved resiliency and coordination. A great example of this is seen in a study by Sandre and Mitzel, where they found just after 6 weeks of stabilization training, a group of 13 high school track and field athletes showed marked improvements in multiple tests of stability and coordination. The second step is muscle endurance, where the athlete is training the aerobic capacity of the muscles to develop endurance to perform repeated movements. This endurance also includes developing the aerobic capacity of the cardiovascular system, helping the athletes to be fit enough to perform their sport for any necessary length of time. The third step in the model is hypertrophy, that develops muscle size and strength, giving the athlete more muscle mass to perform their sport. This is the beginnings of strength development, and as stated in a study by Slimani, Patovich, and Granacher, strength training has been proven effective in developing the strength of the muscles in young athletes. The fourth phase is maximum muscle strength. That gives the athletes all the necessary strength to perform movements at the highest intensity. All sports require some intensity to perform at the highest level, and max strength will help develop. The fifth phase is muscle power, which allows the athlete to perform their movements not only with strength, but also with speed. This means explosive movements, which are beneficial to all athletes. The final phase is max power, that trains the athlete to perform their strength movements with the most speed possible. This is where the athletes are moving at their quickest and most explosive. The reason the OPT model follows this pattern is that the work in each phase builds upon the physical abilities and skills developed by the earlier phases. It also helps the athlete to develop resiliency to injury and allow for joint support to develop before muscle growth kicks in as the work gets more challenging. This point was exemplified in another study that concluded athletes should focus on developing strength before emphasizing power type training. Critics of the OPT model say that it can hamper creativity and make the workouts for the athletes boring, but I think it does just the opposite. It narrows the focus of the trainer to the phase of the model the athletes are in, allowing them to be creative with the work for each workout. It has also been said that the simplicity of the OPT model will put trainers out of business by allowing anyone to design workouts for athletes. This could not be farther from the truth, as it makes the work of the trainer even more valuable. They understand how to use the model to its maximum ability, really getting the most out of each phase for the athlete's training. So if you need to train any number of athletes for any amount of time, the OPT model is the best way to approach training them. It gives you a plan of attack for developing the training that is based off of the most current research and designed to develop all the physical abilities of the athlete.